Good morning.
Hi everybody, Happy New Year. God, this is weird.
I know it feels like we so haven't done this
Because we
for a
haven't
while.
seen you for so long.
For a week. Let me just
For a week. And you eagle-eyed things. Yes, the decorations are off that tree because...
I don't think they'd have noticed.
oh, you would. They would. They notice everything.
No, they wouldn't
There's
have
no
noticed.
decorations on it. It's just lights. Of course they would have.
Hello, everyone.
Why did you say that?
It's just like you're like my mum with spoilers. It's just like
No, darling. The tree is stripped of...
you can't see. Those are the lights on the door.
You would have noticed, wouldn't you?
Anyway,
They notice everything. How are you?
it was going to be a huge surprise that we'd actually done anything.
No, I just took them off that tree because Kiki had a New Year's Eve party and she was worried that our decorations would be nicked.
Sam Bradley, Happy Valley, all filmed near me. Right, can I, before we talk about this show, how brilliant it is, how brilliant the first two series were, how brilliant, is it Edward Norton? What's the name of the actor? Is it Edward Norton?
Ed Norton. Well, let's first of all
Hang
mention her.
on, I just want to say, did anyone else struggle with the sound? I couldn't understand half of what Sarah Lancashire was saying, not because of her accent, but because it was mumbled.
Do you mind if I say something to you?
Kiki said the same thing.
I'm a little bit worried about your hearing.
No, Kiki said the same
Because
thing. And she's young with vibrant hearing.
there's been a number of times recently when people have spoken
Look,
to you and you
yes,
haven't heard them at all.
Yes, bit muffled.
But I did
Yes,
think
it was
a
quiet.
Bit, I did think it was muffled.
Yes, sound a problem, Elaine.
But I'm just
Grant.
saying separately from that. I think
No.
you need to have an ear test.
Absolutely not, because people are coming through.
No,
you
no.
lovely people.
No, I'm saying
Kiki said
separately.
it too.
But you do need an ear test.
Why are you
Why
wearing
don't
my
we
jumper?
go together?
Why are you
don't we
wearing
go?
my jumper?
Let's go together and have a
Why?
ear test.
Why?
Because I was cold and it was lying
Why
there
are you
and I put
woman
it on.
explaining? You know that my sweaty pants are on top of it. Welcome back. We've missed you. I thought it was just me. Look, this is people. Look, so many of you guys are feeling the same thing. It was a bit muffled, Shelley Silver. I found it a problem on my TV, but not on. I wonder if it's some TVs.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I also noticed that on some of them, they dubbed some of the scenes, and she was slightly out of sync. But anyway, technical stuff aside, Sarah Lancashire, what do we think of her? I love her.
Well, she's just astonishing. I mean, she's just one of our greats. She should become a dame. She really is a phenomenal actress.
She really is.
She just fully inhabits it. And that's why they haven't been able to do very many, because she really takes it in. This will be very tough to play that sort of a part.
I've also heard she says there has to be a really compelling argument for why to returning to it.
One of my favourite scenes was the one when she's walking along with her colleague who's trying to talk her into having the party.
Yeah.
It was absolute genius, the delivery between them.
Where she's not James Norton, where she's not popular in certain circles.
Oh God, it was so funny.
That was extremely
But to go back
good.
to the beginning, who would have thought when we first saw that football match that teacher was going to turn
Yeah,
out?
what do you think of the teacher?
I don't know about you guys, but I feel a bit sick and a bit shaky about what we witnessed with him. And
What, you thought he was going to rape her?
Well, he obviously does all the time. That was the thing, wasn't it? That's how he controls her, with the fear of rape. But it just made me feel so sad, because it made me think of all the people that do actually live those lives, and I'm a bit haunted by it.
I'm not making
can't get
light. I'm not
over
making
it.
light of what was happening in that narrative, because of course it was deeply disturbing.
So
it's
awful.
coercive control and all of that kind of stuff is going on. Oh, Rita, Sue, and Bob too. Do you remember that film, Darren?
Yeah.
Absolutely. The thing that didn't surprise me was that, and this is a terrible slur, was that he was a sports teacher, because most of my sports teachers were absolute bastards. And so, given that he was sort of obsessive about diet, about the weekly routine, I thought he was very good at playing that hyper-organised, which
I don't think it was about diet. I think it was about keeping them hungry and controlling them.
that's my point. It's about control. But what I'm saying is that it's not unsurprising that that's with a fitness instructor or a sports teacher. It's quite a clever alignment of personality traits of a coercive controller.
Because of course not always, but sometimes they can be. It often attracts more bullying.
I'm not saying all sports teachers are abusers. That is the last thing I'm saying. But what I am saying is all of the sports teachers I had, I could well imagine having an alternative life that was particularly dark and twisted. Anyway, so I thought he was very good. You're right. I thought she was great on the football pitch, wasn't she?
I thought he was very good, and I thought so was his wife. I thought, and the children. And it just broke my heart, the thing about the coat, because that's quite often what abused children would do, is keep their coat on. She never takes her coat off.
I keep my coat on inside all
And
the
I
time.
think she's going to have bruises as well.
Oh, don't say that.
Because the other girl said, oh, she never takes her coat off at school. Oh, I don't know. Though it's absolutely brilliant, if you haven't seen it and that kind of stuff triggers you, be warned. Because I just...
I must admit, I saw you watch this. I mean, you soak up, don't you, her performance? I can see that you really relish her.
She's
Just in your watching, I noticed that Nadia literally sits forward on the sofa, which I rarely see you do with other people. What's the name of the actress who plays her sister's lovely?
She's,
what's her name? Siobhan Finneran. I mean, she's
a real jobbing actress.
Yeah.
She's great, isn't she?
Can I just say, James Norton, what did you all think of James Norton, guys? I mean, he's fabulously good looking, isn't he?
He's so good looking. Why did they have to make him look like Jesus?
Well, it was a little bit obvious, especially with the stitches, which look like the crown of thorns.
No, but I think those stitches were supposed to... He's just recently been beaten up again, and it's prison stitches done really badly. I think that's what that was.
No, I know, but did you not think they were clearly suggesting that it was the crown of thorns as well?
Oh, the crown... Oh.
The crown of thorns as in Jesus.
Jesus.
I mean, it was an added extra kind of detail. I'm going to say this. I thought they were appallingly rendered, those injuries. All I was looking at in his first scene was, look how fake his stitches look.
But I think they were supposed to look like rough stitches, like they hadn't been cared, like somebody, in prison, they just sort of done a hatchet sort of.
But you don't like him, he's horrible. But I tell you what I love about a show like this, which I don't think happens in enough shows, and I don't think things like Line of Duty goes for one storyline often, or it seems like, and then it just goes at it. And there are complications along the way. But I love the fact that in this you've got the sports teacher, you've got James Norton. What's his involvement with an unsolved crime? The corpse found in the quarry.
Well, that's going to be his way to get out.
Yeah.
He's going to do a deal because they are the Teflon group, aren't they? They're the local drugs mafia.
Yeah.
And the police are salivating at the chance that he's going to name them.
Yes.
So he pretended that he was there.
Absolutely.
Because what was so brilliant about his performances, he played with just the slightest movements and flickers of the eye that he really didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
He wasn't at the scene. He wasn't part of that murder. And
you believed him.
And then when he took the bag and he really stared at it, he was fucking manipulating them because he's very, very clever. He was manipulating them, so I think, oh God, because they're fools, these police, they don't realise how devious he is. And so he had them hooked then, because they thought he's definitely been there. And now he's going to use that as a way to get out.
Absolutely. And nothing is coincidental, I don't think, with his character. So I think him doing Duolingo in his prison cell to learn Spanish, I think that's going to kick in somewhere. Perhaps he's planning to escape with his son to Spain. I kid you not. And I think,
Somebody there saying they think that Sarah Lancashire's character's sister and boyfriend's taken him to the prison.
Ooh.
I hadn't thought of that.
Wouldn't she have looked a little bit more uncomfortable in talking to her?
Now you've just said that, whoever said that, did you notice when she told her, the sister told Sarah, that the teacher had called him a shit stain? That showed us that they have a relationship where he entrusts things to her rather than to the sister and to Sarah, and maybe it's the same. But so I think that's
literally didn't
interesting.
understand a single word you said then.
Right, okay. So do you remember when the sister and Sarah were sitting at the table?
Yeah, where I couldn't understand a word Sarah Lancashire said.
The sister said what the teacher had said was called him was a shit stain. And Sarah Lancashire Sarah Lancashire was cross. And she'd see, I don't know whether I can tell you stuff or not. That's why he tells me stuff.
Treading on eggshells.
No, but that could be the seed of that's why I take him to see his dad.
Very good point.
But who I thought takes him to see his dad is the woman that was in love with him.
With the funny voice.
With the funny voice. She's a fantastic character and a fantastic actress. And I can't believe they won't be bringing her back in.
Shirley Henderson.
Now she was the woman that took him in the first place to see his father because she'd fallen in love with him. He manipulated her, do you remember? And got her to get the son to come and see him.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. Going back to the scene that you really liked, I think the moments of sheer joy in this are the incidental moments. So that moment in the locker room between Sarah Lancashire and her colleague saying it's about a retirement do, and then her saying, well, in certain circles you're popular and in others you're not. And then she's like, well, what do you mean? No, you're not. Well, if you mentioned it, you said you're not unpopular. It was
It was
top
genius.
draw
Loved it.
excellence. That was just fantastic.
Well, apparently I need them, Mrs.
Yeah.
Billy No, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. But then, come on, we can't talk about this and then not mention the pharmacist.
Dawnnie Harvey said she's still not got over the shot that the pharmacist was bent.
A bent pharmacist. But again, why is he doing it? Everyone's...
Money.
Yeah, no, of course. But I mean, at the end of the day, it just shows you wouldn't have thought that a pharmacist could be that bent. And, my mum says it was it wasn't muffled. Oh, right, okay, on your TV. So yeah, I thought that storyline was great. I thought the guys who came in were genuinely menacing.
I was really scared of them. I was really scared. He was really good, that guy.
He was really
R.M.
good.
James keeps saying we should watch Blood Vienna on iPlayer.
Vienna
We
Blood.
would love it. Vienna Blood.
Oh, nice one, R.M. James. Thank you. Lee Durrant. Oh, I can't see what you're cross-talking about. I'm finding it hard to understand Sarah. Yeah, I have to... It's not just me, I don't think. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was excellent. I thought it was rich. I thought he did a really good job of back-referencing and recapping, which is very hard with these things, orientating us, setting off 2 or 3 new story threads, weaving them into the core subject, which could, at a stretch, in inexperienced hands, I think, in a sense, it's retelling the same thing, isn't it? It's about Sarah Lancashire wanting to essentially protect her grandchild all the way through.
And she's going to get embroiled in all of it. And we're going to see, because what we love about her is fighting for the women, aren't we? We're going to see it implode between her and the teacher and the wife and all that she's going
I think she's going to lose her shit on the football pitch, don't you? Sarah Lancashire. She's going to absolutely lose her shit on the football pitch. I think that's an interesting point. I think it probably is her sister and his husband who's taking him.
Well, that's what somebody else suggested. I'm not convinced because I think we're gonna see that woman come back in.
So am I right in understanding this is on each week? I was hoping it was one of those because it's a bank holiday tomorrow. We're going to see you for Coffee Moaning, but it's a bank holiday tomorrow, and I was looking forward to one of those bank holiday, threesomes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, 10 out of 10, I'd say. Really nice to get something that's layered and got character in it. Mum, I've got to ask you. Okay, I know that we caused a lot of upset with us not getting Line of Duty, but if you want a good example of what I prefer to Line of Duty, this is it. Where you've got good procedural, but you've got really layered, believable, emotional characters that you care about and are complex and contradictory in what they are.
And the stories are fantastical that all happen in this little village, but you totally believe that they've happened.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what about the scene when she finds the body? And there's two fucking sexist pigs, the way they talk to her, and she just wipes the floor with a... Just love those moments with
absolutely brilliant.
The delivery is just joyful.
Absolutely brilliant.
You literally want to stand up and go, yay! Oh, she's just someone
Happy New Year, Dawnnie Harvey. It's weekly,
Happy
says
New
Dawnnie.
Year, Happy New Year.
Someone else says, Maudie May, I need subtitles to this. Someone else just said, Silent Witness. Is that good? Do you need to have seen all the other Silent Witnesses? Apparently that starts tomorrow. Silent Witness good?
I think a Silent Witness, isn't it a case each series?
Is it?
Each episode, I think.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, look.
It's so good.
Okay. Well, we just thought we'd touch base with you guys because we know that it's an incredibly popular franchise almost, and it's definitely going to be the last series. I think Sarah Lancashire said this is it.
Yeah.
So is the writer. Was it Sally Wainwright or whatever her name? Did she do the Yorkshire series as well with? I think she did, didn't she, Sally Wainwright?
What was that Yorkshire series? I loved that as well. Is that ever coming back?
What was
That's
that
another
Yorkshire
one to watch.
series?
If you've never watched that, if you've got your taste buds
Last
going,
Tango in Halifax.
so fantastic. Oh God,
Is that the
I'd
same
love
writer?
for that
I think
to
it
come
might be the
back.
same writer.
Oh, it was so good.
Anyway, guys, have a lovely evening. Happy New Year.
Lots of love. Happy New Year, and we will be here tomorrow for Coffee Moaning. So
See you
see you
there.
for Coffee
Bobby
Moaning.
Square.